This looks just like a pile of rubble, but once it was a beautiful monument, and underneath it lies a man with a story. A very fitting story for Memorial Day 2010. This is the grave of Adam Long. Let's go back 180 years to New Year's Day. The country was celebrating not only a new year, but a new decade, the 1830s. And a day later, on January 2nd, 1830, Adam Long was born in Perry County, Pennsylvania. He was the firstborn child of George and Elizabeth Long. 5 years later, he would have a sister born, Eva Ann, who is also buried right here. In fact, there's her stone, broken and sitting up against Adam's. Then he had a sister Nancy, and then a brother Samuel, and then a brother Peter. By this time Adam was 14 and the family still lived in Pennsylvania. Shortly thereafter the family moved to Indiana, and by the time Adam was 16 and his sister Cassie was born, the family was living in Weston Township, Wood County, Ohio, which is very close to where we are today. Beaver Creek Cemetery outside of Grand Rapids, Ohio. Adam's family were farmers. They are in the 1850 census in Wood County, Ohio. When Adam was about 21, 1851, his mother Elizabeth passed away. The next several years are very hard to follow with the family. The younger children were parceled out. It may have been during this period that Adam's brother Peter was referring to when he said that the family Bible was lost during one of the many trips moving back and forth from Ohio to Indiana and back to Ohio. What is known is that Adam was back in Wood County by November 1861 at age 31, and here he would remain the rest of his days. On November 8, 1861, Adam married Susan Taylor, and on November 28, 1861, Adam enlisted as a private in the Union Army at the beginning of the Civil War. On the 13th of December, 1861, he enlisted in Company H, the 68th Ohio Infantry Regiment. Several weeks later, Adam was either injured or became ill, for on the 22nd of January, 1862, at Camp Laddie, Ohio, he received a disability discharge. Near the end of the war, at age 35, Adam enlisted again on the 27th of January, 1865. He enlisted in Company K, the 185th Infantry Ohio Regiment. This regiment was organized at Camp Chase, February 25, 1865, to serve for 1 year. It left there on February 27th under orders to report to General Thomas at Nashville, but was detained at Louisville by General Palmer, who applied to General Thomas and obtained permission to retain the regiment in Kentucky. Regimental headquarters were established in Eminence, and the companies were scattered through the state from Owensboro to Cumberland Gap, the latter place being guarded for several months by 4 companies of the regiment. Mount Sterling was guarded by 2 companies together with a detachment of the 53rd Kentucky, all under the command of Major Benjamin. Shelbyville, LaGrange, Greensburg, and several other towns were garrisoned at times by companies of the regiment. On September 26, 1865, Adam was mustered out at Lexington, Kentucky in accordance with orders from the War Department. Adam was one of the lucky ones who didn't see much action and made it home. Unfortunately, while he was away, Adam's wife, Susan Taylor Long, died at age 35 at the home of Jerusha Peters' mother in Wood County. Adam returned in late September and remarried 2.5 weeks later to Julia Ann Johnson. Adam was 35 and she was 23. Adam and Julia Ann, who went by Ann, are together in the 1870 census in Weston, Wood County, Ohio. Adam was 40 and they didn't have children. They are also together in the 1880 census. Adam was 50 and a day laborer. He is living next door to his brother Samuel Long. They have also taken in a young 8-year-old child, an orphan it says, by the name of William Flack, who is attending school. Neither Adam nor Julia could write and would sign their name with an X. In February 1881, Adam, at age 51, gave an affidavit for his first cousin Daniel Long, my great-great-grandfather, to help him get a pension. Now there is a William Flack who died January 11, 1894, at age 23, in Grand Rapids, Wood County, Ohio, who may have been the adopted son of Adam and Julia. Adam Long died at the age of 64, 4 days after Christmas, on December 29, 1894, of heart disease. His wife Julia Ann died the day after Christmas on December 26, 1897, at the age of 55. Adam's sister Eva Ann Long Wall died August 27, 1903, at the age of 68, and was buried here next to her brother Adam. If only this pile of rubble could talk. That's my Memorial Day tribute 2010 to Civil War soldier Adam Long. This is Dennis, your roving cemetery genealogy reporter, signing off.